Sweet Pea.
Okay. You'll be all right.
I know where you're going, Pearl. You're going back to the bookstore, aren't you?
You better believe it. I feel we're getting closer and closer to Brian. I can taste it, honey buns.
Yeah, but the bookstore lady said that she didn't know
I know what the bookstore lady said, but there's a lot more that she didn't say. Believe you me, I'm sure of it. Eh?
Maybe I should talk to her then.
Why?
Because me and Miss Jordan have a lot in common.
Why do you say that?
Don't laugh. It's just that when people lie, they think they have a reason to. And if they're good people, then they think they have a very good reason to. And she cares very much and wants to protect Brian, and that's how we're alike.
Well, I think maybe this time out, you might be jumping to conclusions.
Yes, but between me and you, I'm very good at it.
Do me a favor, just this time. Let me go my way, okay?
Okay. But next time I get to try. We have a lot in common too, you know.
Do we?
We both want to set things straight with Brian and show him how much we've changed. And now we can be as good to him as he was to us.
You know, you're right. You are good at this.
Wake me up when you get back, okay? Good luck.
Miss Light here murdered her mother. I also think she has the videotape.
I loved my mother, and I didn't murder anyone.
So you still maintain that you handed Gina the tape and then walked meekly away?
That's what happened, Mason.
This isn't a tent, Lily, and we aren't your faithful. You must think we're fools if you expect us to believe a story like that.
Well, maybe it is foolish of me to think that anyone in this room will believe the truth, except maybe Heyli.
Oh, don't insult me. You've lied to me too many times.
You know, Lily, maybe what you need here is another miracle. Maybe we should find Gina's body. You can resurrect her.
Don't turn this into one of your sick jokes, Keith. Doesn't anyone care that Gina may be dead?
I fear the answer to your query is a resounding no, Heyli. I'm sorry.
I care, Heyli.
Let's get back to reality, Lily. If you wanted to give that tape back to Gina, you had ample opportunity.
I told you I tried.
I think once you held that tape in your hand, that the power it could wield made your pulse quicken.
That's not true.
Not only was it the key to everything your newly found mother held dear, but since you knew that it controlled the fate of my younger sister, you knew you could bring the almighty СиСи Capwell to his knees.
Mason, I am not the type to do that.
Oh, no? After Brick exposed you as a fraud, I would think the return to some kind of power would prove pretty tempting.
And so Gina demanded the tape, and you shot her.
No. Now, if I had the tape, I'd bargain my way out of this right now.
And that's exactly what you'd better do, Lily. Unless you want to leave here with a police escort.
Speaking?
I know you were concerned about Inspector Castillo and Miss Lane.
Have you found anything more?
I'm afraid not. The fog looked as though it was going to lift about an hour ago, and we alerted our search teams, but now the Weather Service tells us it's going to stay like this for the rest of the night. I'm sorry, but visibility is just too poor for us to safely maneuver. I wanted you and your father to know that as soon as we can, we'll be getting back on it.
Oh, God. I understand. Thank you for calling.
Baby, I love you. I want you back. Oh, baby.
No, you need to rest.
Baby, I want you.
No, you don't. It's the painkiller talking. You don't know what you're saying.
Come back. I need you. Please come back. Come back, please.
I need you to.
So good. It feels so good.
I love you, Cruz.
I love you.
I never stop loving you.
I'll never let you go again.
Are you going to give us the truth or not?
I never intended to keep the tape myself. I went there to give it to Gina.
All right. Suppose we buy that. If I know Gina, she was suspicious too. Did she believe you when you told her of your good intentions?
No, she didn't.
So your own mother didn't trust you. How did that make you feel, Lily? Upset? Annoyed? Angry?
Yes, I was angry. I was very angry. You wanted that tape for yourself, didn't you? No!
So you argued with her?
Yes, we argued.
Did you have a gun?
Yes, but it was hers. And I only took it to protect myself against all of you because I had the tape. I was going to give it back to her. She was angry, so I showed her the gun to show her that I could hurt her if I really wanted to. Give it to me. It's mine. That's not all that I have that's yours. Want to see?
So you didn't hold a gun on Gina?
No, Gina was my mother. I wouldn't hold a gun at her. I only showed it to her. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't shoot your own mother. Well, if you acted like a mother, you'd have your precious tape. You blew it, Gina. Back up! So I gave her the gun back. And I gave her the tape. It was the only thing she ever cared about. I was so angry and upset, I turned around and ran away.
Just a minute, sweetness. I heard the shot, then I saw you running away.
No, you're mistaken.
No way, sister.
Then you're lying to get yourself off the hook. Maybe you're the one who did the shot.
Maybe the two of you were in it together.
I'm not going to stand here any longer and be accused of murdering my own mother.
Hey! I'm not buying your wounded daughter routine, honey. You're lying through your sanctimonious teeth, and I know it.
After you were drummed out at the DA's office, Mr. Timmons. For what everyone knows was for some kind of criminal behavior, I don't think your word carries much weight in Santa Barbara.
No, I heard the shot, then I saw you running away. Let's put it to a lie detector test. I'm game.
My mother is dead. I didn't even get a chance to really know her.
You knew her long enough to get your trigger finger twitching, didn't you?
You may have hated her. Everyone in this town may have hated her, but I loved her, and I'm not going to rest until whoever has done this to her is brought to justice.
Unless you're planning an ascension to heaven, you're not losing it.
Yes, I guess I won't be needing this anymore. What am I doing here? Well, it seemed to me I was kind of bothered by the fact that here you were a writer of all these books, and I didn't see so much as a notepad or a typewriter around the whole place. Now, I always thought that writers need something to write on.
So you broke into my store?
I know that you did not write that book. The only person that did write that book was my brother Brian. I know this.
Look, maybe I dictate my work. Maybe my typewriter's upstairs where I do my writing.
You know, my brother always had a flair for words. Now, maybe he dictated the book to you. Is that how it was?
Maybe you should leave, Mr. Brown.
I know this is true. I'm right.
Should I call the police? Good night, Mr. Bradford.
Thank you. I know Michael doesn't give up easily.
He'll be back.
I know. Look, we gotta come up with a better story, okay? Something that's gonna keep him off my track.
Maybe you should just talk to him, Brian. He's your brother.
Look, I have been dead to my family for a long time. And they've been dead to me. That includes Michael. And that's exactly the way I intend to keep it.
Where did you go before?
Sybil, I don't ask questions of you, all right? I don't expect you to ask them of me.
We'll just have to give the killer a little more time to tie his or her own noose.
Yeah, I think you're really enjoying this, kind of enjoying the feeling of power you're holding over us.
He certainly is.
I know how overwrought you both are, so I'll ignore that remark. Now, up to this point, our little gathering are the only ones who are aware that foul play may have befallen Gina.
Mason, you have promised me ages ago you would call the police.
Haley, I made that promise with the conviction that the killer would have been smoked out by now. I had no choice but to renege under the circumstances. I'm sorry.
I should have never trusted you, any of you.
Mason's right. We have to go on as if nothing happened.
Gina's been murdered.
May I remind you that until a body is found, that remains to be proven.
We'll act as if Gina left town for a while. The wedding will proceed as scheduled.
This is crazy. I mean, what's going to happen when Gina's body never shows up?
If she's alive, she'll turn up for the wedding. Believe me.
In the meantime, whatever happened at the beach bar will be kept a secret by everybody in this room, I presume.
You all are crazy if you think I'm going to go along with this.
Mason, there's no reason why you can't notify the police and say that Gina is missing so they at least can be looking for her.
No, there's every reason, Sophia. If there's a full-fledged investigation, the killer will be forced to destroy that tape. It's far too incriminating. So you see, Haley, our sister's life hangs in the balance.
One of you tried to kill her, and you think you're going to get away with it. But you're wrong.
Hey, Ted, you better stop her before she does something stupid.
Dad, you mean the right thing.
Do it.
Well, I suppose the two of you will be marching down the aisle before rigor mortis sets in on poor Gina, huh?
Until the tape is found and Kelly is cleared, everything will go on as planned.
Hold on, I think you have the whole thing planned, huh? You know, at first I thought maybe it was a struggle. Maybe you didn't mean for it to happen, but you were ice, young lady. I think you planned to kill your own mother.
No.
Oh, hey, babe, don't worry about it. I can relate to this. Everybody hated that broad. I can't even bring myself to admire you for having the guts to do something like this. But now you got a problem, haven't you?
Yeah, you.
Now, you iced your mother, but Now you're stuck with a tape that might incriminate you, and you don't know what to do with it.
I told you I don't have the tape.
Humor me a second here, okay? All right, just for argument's sake, let's say that you do have the tape. That's what I'm here for. I mean, Meyson was talking a lot of bull tonight about a lot of things, but he was dead on about the power of that tape, and I'd like to share it with you. I know how to use it. I can keep you from being prosecuted for Gina's murder. Listen, darling, I know how to hit СиСи where it hurts most. That's what we both want, isn't it? I mean, as much as everyone hates Gina, no one... thing I can't figure out. And maybe you could give me a clue. I mean, I won't tell.
Tell what?
I mean, after you bumped off Mummy, what did you do with her body? You probably dumped her in the ocean. I mean, you're right. Yeah, that's convenient. Efficient. No. There were a lot of people slinking around and all the commotion. You probably didn't have a chance, so you probably just dumped her in the trunk. You know what? If you made a call to СиСи, I'm sure be very happy to help you give the old heave-ho to Gina's body. Then we'd have СиСi right where we want him.
Lily, I am not leaving here until you hand over that tape.
It's in a safe place.
The only safe place for it is in my hands, and I'll give you 10 seconds, or you'll be taken in for attempted murder.
Oh, fat chance. I show the police the tape you've been hiding. Who do you think they're going to haul to jail? I'll give it to you when and if we can make a deal.
What kind of a deal?
First, I perform the ceremony between you and СиСi. I'm an ordained minister.
All right. Let's say we can arrange that.
Second, I want you to convince СиСi and his entire family to announce their renewed faith in me.
Let's say I can set that up, too. I don't see what good it's going to do, since everybody in this town knows better.
Finally, I want 50% of everything out of your marriage to СиСi.
Why, you little conniving
Mother! Well, I thought you might be proud of me. I'm only emulating your style.
Well, it's not hard to guess whose daughter you are.
Thank you. So I assume we've made a deal.
All right. I'll give you 50%. Now hand over the tape.
I'll give it to you the day of the wedding. Look, trust me. Don't have any choice anyway. What a team.
And you didn't have time to get rid of Gina's body. You had very little time to hide the tape. So it's probably here someplace. That's why you came back, and that's why you scooted out when you saw Ted and Heyli come in, right?
I did not kill Gina, and I don't have the tape. The one person who I held close to me is dead. And all you can talk about are deals or where the body might be hidden. I swear, if you don't get out of here, I'm going to call the police and turn you and all the other Capwells in for murder.
Eden, that Coast Guard man didn't actually say that, now did he?
No, but I have to face it. If Cruz and Victoria had come through the storm by now, they would have been found.
Darling, you don't understand. There are vessels lost every day.
No,
it doesn't mean
Daddy,
that people...
No. It's true. And it's partly my fault.
Wait a minute. If it's anyone's fault, it's my fault. If I hadn't insisted on taking that plane out when I knew the weather forecast was bad, he would not have been out there in that storm.
Look, blaming anybody, especially yourselves, is pointless at this time. It really is.
I blame myself for pushing them together. When Victoria came into town and I found out about her past with Cruz, I expected explanations. I forced him until he couldn't forgive me anymore. And I knew what I was doing every step of the way.
I can't believe for 1 minute that Cruz has stopped loving you.
Mama, he made his choice. I was there, he sent me away. He asked Victoria to go with him.
Look, I can tell you this, I don't care about anything. Anything at all, except you didn't go on that boat, and I'm glad of it. It may sound selfish, but I'm glad of it.
I tried, Daddy. I tried to change. If I could do it all over again, I'd try to control myself. I'd try to stop myself from...
I can't stand listening to any more of this, and I'm not going to. People survive for days, for weeks, out on the ocean. He's strong, Eden. He's resourceful, and he's going to be found.
Well, I hope you're right. Even though I have lost him. And I have to be strong. I can't expect that when things don't go my way that I can come here and you're going to take me in and tell me everything's going to be all right.
Yes, you can, and we will.
Cruz is my whole life, Daddy. My love for him, the fact that we could have had a family together.
Honey, you let us help you if we can.
Mama, when the two of you are angry or disappointed, where do you run? You run back to each other. That's why the two of you have a second chance. And I never will.
Yes, you will. You absolutely will. You just have to believe it.
Not with Cruz, Daddy.
I think whatever you gave me is probably starting to wear off.
Are you in a lot of pain?
I don't want to take any more of those shots again if I don't have to.
Didn't they make you feel better?
I don't know what they made me feel.
What do you mean?
Well, I keep having these vivid dreams, but they're not really like dreams. They're more like... I feel like I'm gonna slip away. Like maybe I'm not gonna wake up again.
Sounds terrifying.
No. It's like I don't want to wake up. These are wonderful dreams. It's beautiful colors. Lights. Everything seems so sensitized. It's like dancing in slow motion. And even though I'm gone, I feel lucid, like I can make decisions.
About what?
I don't know, about myself, about things I'm feeling.
Cruz, you know when...
Tori, I've been talking in my sleep, haven't I? I've been ranting. I've probably been keeping you awake.
No, you didn't keep me awake. I had some pretty wonderful dreams, too.
It was weird this last time when I woke up. I think I'm going to be okay now. I feel like my priorities have changed. It's good. I have like a sense of hope, like real hope for a change. Oh, damn.
Cruz, you lie down. You're trying to get up too fast. Lie down. Rest. Come on.
You know, I appreciate what you have done. I know you saved my life.
Do not talk anymore. Just rest.
No, babe, I mean it. I mean it. We're gonna go back and things are gonna be different. Everything is gonna be different.
Wow. Fancy meeting you here. Huh.
May I come in?
Why not?
Hello, Mr. Jordan.
Look, I'm sorry to bother you both so late. It's just that after you left the shop, I did a lot of thinking.
Thinking. I thought you'd rush off to the typewriter and peck it all down for your next opus. Oh, sorry.
You were right. I'm not an author. Those books aren't mine.
And Brian wrote them, didn't he?
Well, I knew him under another name.
What do you mean you?
Is he okay?
I don't know. I've lost contact with him.
Since when? Did you...
Oh, about a year ago. You see, I sent his money care of special delivery in New York City. I don't know his address, and he doesn't want me to know it.
Thank you very much. We'll find him in New York.
New York's a very big city. It's very easy to get lost in it, if that's what you want.
Are you trying to say that that's what Brian wanted, to be lost?
Well, he didn't want me to know where he was. I'm sorry I can't be of any more help.
You loved him very much, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
So do we.
Yeah, that's right. So do we. That's why I find it so difficult that he would still be hiding from us after all these years. Now, you Do you have any ideas on that? I mean, you must have known him pretty well. You spent a lot of time around him, running books, this and that and the other.
I don't know. I mean, it was a surprise to me when he left. It was out of the blue.
He's my brother. We were very, very close. I would give anything to have him back in my life again. Now, if he knew that, he wouldn't be hiding from me anymore. Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
Yes, look, for your sake and for Brian's, I hope you two find each other again.
Yeah, well, I kind of hope so, too, but he's not exactly looking for me.
Thank you for coming to see us. We'll just have to go to New York and look for him.
Good luck.
Tell me something. If you were a young woman living above a bookstore and somebody broke into your place and you came upon him, what would you do?
I'd run to the phone and call for help.
Unless, of course, you couldn't afford to have the police poking their noses around your property.
You think she's lying?
You bet I do.
You know, everyone says what a horrible person Gina is, but you know something? Your family's worse.
Heyli, that is not true.
Ted, open your eyes and see what they're doing. Gina may be dead, and they want to walk around and pretend like nothing's happened and let a killer run loose.
No, wait a minute here. They don't have any choice right now.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. See, that's what they say when people want to excuse themselves for walking over people's lives.
They helped us walk away free, didn't they? And you were saying that there was no choice then.
That's different.
How is that different? I mean, that was the last thing you wanted to do was to get married.
Ted, you know that's not what we're talking about here. Gina is my aunt, and I can't pretend that everything's all right. I mean, especially if she has been murdered.
Heyli, listen, nothing you say to anybody is going to bring Gina back. No, listen, the only thing it's going to do is it's going to hurt my family, and at most of all, it's going to hurt Kelly. Heyli, you can't forget that Gina was willing to just sell you down the river to get what she wanted. I mean, she didn't care about anybody else except getting her greedy little hands on my father's money.
Oh, none of that justifies killing her.
Kelly, I didn't say that.
Ted, what if you found out that either your mother or your father killed her? What would you do?
Well, that's impossible. I mean, they didn't.
Were you listening to them? They said they were both here and they hate her. What would you do?
If something like that happened, it was by accident.
So in other words, you'd cover for them.
Yeah, I would. I protect people I love. I mean, I lied to protect you, didn't I?
Just like your father, family comes first no matter who it hurts.
I'm telling you, you would feel the same way, Heyli.
Right. Right, I do. Gina's my family, Ted. And I have no choice.
Heyli, just don't tell the police, all right? I mean, if you
I already have.
No,
Yes, they should be here any minute.
You know, I can't understand what's eating you. I've agreed to all your demands. I'll give you 50% of the take from СиСи, and you can perform the wedding ceremony in front of the president and the rest of the world.
No, that's just a consolation prize. I'd manage fine without it.
Oh, then give me back the 50%.
That's all you care about. You know, that's what really hurts. You thought I was going to sell you out.
You were the one who's blackmailing me.
I gave up everything to become your daughter. My relationship with Meyson, even though we were really close. Now, that'll never be the same.
Well, that's no great loss.
I gave you my love, and I was on your side, and look what happened. You don't trust me anymore.
You pulled a gun on me, sweetheart. You came close to blowing my head off.
Well, it was your own fault, and you know it.
Well, maybe so. But if you hadn't grabbed that tape and broken into the Camp White House, everything would have been all right.
I came back to give it to you.
I know, and I should have just taken it. I think I've spent too long in the shark tank, hanging around СиСи and the rest of his clan. You get so as you can't even trust your own shadow.
Oh, that's so true. When I was over there, they all said they were going to protect each other. But I just had the feeling that they didn't trust one word that came out of each other's mouth.
I know. Each one of them thinks the other one has blood on their hands. And you know the crazy thing about it? I think they like it that way. But Lily, I don't want us to end up that way. I want to find some way that we can trust each other.
I don't know, Gina, after what happened tonight, I don't think we could really be close.
Yes, you're right. You're almost as shifty as I am. And I'm not sure I could trust myself. Could we try to be at least friends?
We could try.
Good. Because tape or no tape, I've always wanted you to perform the wedding ceremony. And I've always been willing to split the dough with you. You know I was going to share it. There's enough to go around.
You really mean that?
Of course I do. Because I get the feeling, no matter what happens, that down deep, you really like your long-lost mother. And as your long-lost mother, let me give you a little piece of advice as far as Meyson goes. You gotta make him believe you. He knows how much you care about me. It's gotta look to everybody like you're in terrible shock and you're grieving.
Thanks for the advice, but don't you think you ought to get out of here? Be easier to mourn you when you're not around.
You're right. The longer I stick around, the more likely someone is to see me here.
Look, I know the perfect place. There's this little farm about 25 miles north of here. One of my followers owns it.
A farm? With pigs and chickens and
stuff?
stuff?
Oh, Gina, it's beautiful. I used to hold meetings there. It'll be safe.
All right. I'll leave in a little while.
How about right now?
No, first I have some business to take care of, Lily. About that gun you pulled on me tonight. Why don't you hand over the murder weapon?
Here. What are you going to do with it?
Don't worry. I'm not going to shoot anyone. Probably.
Police said my mom and dad were here when Gina was shot.
No.
What about Lily? Did you tell them about that?
No, Ted, I didn't.
Hey, would you please tell me what you told them?
I didn't tell them anything, all right? I didn't even tell them who I was. I just said it was important to meet me down here.
Wait a second. What? Did you tell them that Gina was shot?
No.
All right, look, this is not too late here. We've got to get all the facts first. We got to get that tape so we can free Kelly, and then you can tell the police, but not until then.
Ted, don't make me...
No, look, if you tell the police now, we could lose that tape forever. All right, now please. I mean, give Kelly a break.
All right, 24 hours, but after that, I'm going to tell the police everything.
All right.
Here's a little bedtime toy for you, Sophia.
I'm not leaving you here alone, huh?
It's so odd. I have this strange feeling, this great sense of relief that the whole thing is over and you're not going to have to marry her. At the same time, I have this odd feeling that it's not over at all.
I'm not going to rest until we get the tape back.
Do you really think the person who shot Gina will take her to the police?
That's our best hope. In the meantime, assuming that Gina's dead, we can reschedule our wedding.
When? For when?
Well, I'll take up the wedding with Gina up to the chapel, and then she doesn't show up, you step in, we get married right
Not
now and
there.
there.
I can't do it there. I want to do it at home like we planned originally.
That's what I said. We'll do it at home like you planned originally. It'll be the perfect wedding that I promised you. Well, so how about a perfect private evening tonight? Huh? What do you think?
I think that I'd better go and take off these clothes.
I think you better go take off your clothes.
Maybe
then.
change.
Maybe change. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Please be right back.
Yeah, well, hurry.
Okay.
No, you should not be doing this. Get back to bed.
I can't just lie here. Wait for somebody to come.
Lie down. You're going to rest. You're not going to do either one of us any good if you don't give yourself a chance to heal and get rid of this infection. Lie down.
No.
What can I do? What can I do? Do you want more medicine? What can I do?
This is bad. This is bad. I can't stand this.
Nobody can stand it. Nobody can stand the kind of pain that you...
But I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
It hurts me to see you like this. Tell me, what should I do?
gotta find him, Alice. I've got to find him. I guess I don't need to tell you this, but you did know him under slightly different circumstances than me. I mean, being in the hospital and everything, but Brian was this really funny guy. I mean, we'd be headed down the street, going to a movie or something, and some idea would dawn on him, and he'd turn around and head in the opposite direction totally, to who knows where. There's one thing that you just knew for sure about him. He was always fun to be with.
I remember saying, Michael, you were just like Mom and Dad. I didn't say that to be mean. You know, he was always so concerned about our position in society, about the proper way that we should be doing things. I mean, he could not see behind our parents' pedigree, not at all. He didn't understand what my parents represented. I mean, he bought into their whole trip about how to dress, how to act, as if he believed that it made some difference. No, it's just the opposite. I got into trouble. Big trouble with this girl.
Yeah. Whatever scrapes that kid came into, he always came out smelling like a rose. I don't know how he managed to do that. Except this one time, he got this girl in trouble.
What happened?
She was pregnant. And it was the only time in his whole life he came to me for advice. And I blew it. I told him that she had to get an abortion.
So, I told her to get rid of it. I mean, hell, I paid for it. You know, with the money that Michael gave me. The blood money. Killed her. Didn't matter to anyone in my family. I mean, she wasn't brought up to our station in life, so they couldn't understand why she meant anything to me. Damn. She meant everything to me. In the hospital, they told me that I had to forgive Michael if I was going to get well again. So I tried. But after I got out of that hole that I'd been bricked up into, I forced myself to face the fact that everything that Michael did, all of the advice that he had given me, everything that he did was malicious, that he didn't give a damn about me or about that poor girl. Wait, so that's why I'm never gonna see Michael again.
I never sit straight with Brian. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to see me anymore. I'm gonna find him, Alice. I am gonna find him. He's my brother. And I love him.
Maybe my brother. But any love there was between us died long ago.
Darling, I know that I shouldn't feel so happy. It's not right that I feel so happy because of what's happened to Gina, but I am. Oh, my God, I am. I've tried so much to keep up hope, but the idea of your marrying that woman, I couldn't stand the thought of it. This waves of desperation would just come over me. Now there's absolutely nothing standing in our way.
No, darling, there isn't.
Is there something wrong?
Don't come back, please. Don't go away. Oh, please don't go away. Oh.
Oh, baby. Oh.
I'm Tom Brokaw. America's Forgotten Heroes, the soldiers of Vietnam. We'll look at the struggle of one family to come to grips with the war and honor of those who died in it. Tonight on NBC Nightly News.
Later on Matlock, psycho twins have framed their uncle and Matlock's got to trap them. Then crime story explodes, followed by 1986 tonight.